On last segment, we got peak for peak, Jimmy Butler or Paul George. Who y'all boys going with?
PG, but it's close.
I might go Jimmy. I might go Jimmy on this one. I might go Jimmy on this one. I look at
Mm.
numbers for
What
I
a
got Jimmy
surprise!
because the playoff translation
more
is just
efficiency for Jimmy. More
I think is way too crazy.
Jimmy. Not gonna lie.
I
So,
I
agree.
think Jimmy got way too many moments in the postseason, bro. Like I think as in in the Miami peak. I guess that's what we're going off. We're going off the Miami peak.
the only thing I think
Um,
Paul George is better than is shooting and scoring. Like, that's the only thing I'd probably give PG.
Shooting, 3-point
uh,
shooting.
I
and
don't.
dunk.
I don't like doing the checklist thing because when you do that, it doesn't explain how much better someone is at something.
was I think Jimmy was a better playmaker.
Yeah, he was.
I would
yeah.
agree. Paul George
Jimmy
never
was
been a great playmaker.
Jimmy was a better playmaker. And he was a better leader, obviously.
Who's better defender?
I think that the intangibles, all the intangibles, go to Jimmy.
Intangibles? I don't know. Peak PG might have some intangibles.
He
bro.
did
I
have
don't
no.
know about
Look,
that.
he did have intangibles.
Yeah.
This is Jimmy that is like king intangibles.
I don't think,
That's the thing.
but I don't think he had
That's
any
true.
intangible. Listen, other than athleticism, but I don't think he really had any intangibles over this version of Jimmy.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he did
That's
have good
true.
intangibles though. I'll admit that. And Larry, I'll say this: you Jimmy is more efficient, but Paul George took 3 times the 3-point attempts, and that kind of brings his field goal percentage down. He is a way better
Yeah.
shooter.
Yeah.
I think
but I am way
Jimmy got
better
to
shooter.
Jimmy got to his spots a lot better than PG did.
Yes, but PG
Back
is
in the
also
day,
great at
bro.
getting at his spots, though. It's like he is
Back
great.
in the
It's a
day-
close argument. It's close.
Nah, in terms of scoring, PG clears him. It's not really close unless you're talking
Hell
playoffs.
no.
Unless
Yes.
you're only talking playoffs, sure.
We're
But
talking
regular, like
Peak.
peak
The
whole
The
season peak.
His regular seasons wasn't that high until OKC.
I
Scoring?
agree.
No,
That
we're
was
just
his
talking
best
about
year,
the
regular
ability.
season wise.
We're just talking the ability to score. Jimmy in the regular season averages like 22 points, and it's okay. Like he's
So does Paul
solid.
George, though. So
I
does Paul
mean,
George.
it's a
Yeah,
lot
Yeah,
of
but he was
George-
averaging 22 and 13, 14. That is different
it's
from
a lot of
Paul
low
George. I'll
management.
admit.
It's a lot of low management in that, bro.
1
Like
year,
I ain't gonna lie. To you.
In 2013, 14, we're talking peak for peak. 1 year.
Hold
It's 1
on.
year.
13,
Okay.
14. Yeah, he averaged 22 on the dot.
Yeah.
Paul George.
22 on
21.7.
the dot.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
22 on the dot, but like it's like okay, are you taking a Dame 30 or a Curry 30?
It's
It's
a close
different.
30,
It's
actually.
levels.
I'm taking
It's
Curry.
levels, bro.
I'm taking Curry.
it-
But I feel like that was a bad example. It's like a Curry 30 or
that
a
is
Beal
a
30.
bad example. That is
A
a
Curry
bad
30 or a Beal
Beal
30. Yeah,
Yeah.
my bad.
Nah, but,
That's a better
no,
example.
because none of them did Curry. None of them are relatable to what Curry's 30 was. Curry's 30 was 3/4 at his best. It was 3/4.
What's
Okay,
peak
okay.
Jimmy? What year's peak Jimmy?
Wait. Okay, he's just hating on Curry. Okay, he's just hating on Curry. Okay.
What
Yeah,
year
Jimmy.
is Jimmy.
What peak Jimmy are we? Are we saying this year's his peak? Or are we saying 2020 is his peak? What are we saying his peak? 2021.
I probably have to go with this year because Goran Dragic kind of carried most of that.
Goran Dragic is
Oh,
what's our
if we're
leading
saying
scorer.
this year's his peak, then I'm saying
It has
I'm
to
taking
be.
Paul George heavily. I thought we were
Bruh.
talking 2020. I'm taking 2020 Paul George.
I
Jimmy over this year.
think his postseason clears, bro. Though, like
I think 2 out of 3 of his series he was very passive, and Mar was there. He agreed with me there at the time, at least. I don't know if he still agrees with me, but at the time he looked very passive. Maybe it was because of the injury though.
He definitely looked very passive, but like if the Buck series alone clears what everything PG did that year in the playoffs.
I agree.
But-
That's why he's in this conversation. That's why he's in this conversation. If it was just regular season, he wouldn't be.
The Buck series alone, like literally shatters that shit.
Yeah.
So
But
we're
that's why he's in the combo.
talking about who's better, like just overall, like
Their
all
peak.
time.
No, peak for
They're
peak.
at their-
Best
at the-
best
at the-
year at their best year.
Best year,
Who's
year.
better?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm taking PG.
I agree.
I think.
All right,
PG was-
listen.
I think
If we're-
y'all taking style points right now, bro. Like,
All right,
that's all I-
listen.
I
If we-
disagree.
If we,
I think
if we is going off
It's
of
got to
just
be style
everything.
points, bro. Like,
if we're just going off of careers, I'm taking Jimmy.
I wouldn't either.
But
I'm
I
taking
mean,
PG
if
over
we talking
Jimmy in
about,
general.
bro, like if we talking about year to year, bro, like I don't know how PG like PG was like, don't get me wrong, like PG had ascended into that star role as the year went on. We knew who Jimmy was coming into this year. Realistically, bro, like as the year went on, PG was becoming a star before our eyes. You get what I'm saying? Like, but I think PG obviously became that going into the postseason and going round and round because obviously who was on their team? It was Hibbert, West, George Hill. I think they had did they have Danny Granger that year or Lance?
They had
Lance, I think.
George Hill, Paul George,
Danny Granger was on the
David West,
Clippers.
Roy Hibbert. Off the bench, they had Darren Collison. They had I remember that team. We played them a lot in the playoffs, bro. That team was tough. I ain't gonna lie. Like Paul George
was a good team.
Yeah, Paul George did have
that team was tough,
more help than Jimmy.
Wait, hold up! Didn't PG get
at the same time? And they also
I think the Eric Spoelstra.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Wasn't PG giving up backdoor layups, man, for game winners during that series?
I couldn't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I couldn't remember.
I'd have to go rewatch again. Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, I got to look at that because I think he got backdoor for a game winner layup by LeBron. And,
but I'd also say Jimmy was out there getting cooked for a little bit. I think it was like 2 games.
Not in the clutch though.
In the clutch, there was like 2 games in the clutch. It was either against the Nuggets or against the Celtics. It was like 2. It was 2 separate occasions.
The Nuggets was just a bad matchup, bro. Like I'm standing on that.
I mean, the Heat was a bad matchup.
PG in the Heat?
The Heat was a bad matchup.
I think they matched up. I think they matched up fine. It's just that they didn't switch anything, and the problem is Frank Vogel didn't switch anything. That was just bad coaching.
Frank Vogel, that was the coach, and I did like Frank Vogel. But
Frank Vogel didn't switch anything.
And Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah, it's not close. It's not close.
Yeah, that was bad.
But the rosters weren't close either.
I think Jimmy had his moments where he was very underwhelming in the playoffs. I'll say that as well. We don't have to get into specifics. I can if you want, but we don't have to.
Yeah. This was Jimmy's peak this year. Yeah, it was. And look, he did have his moments where he didn't play that well, but Paul George did too. And one thing about Jimmy is the intangibles, and he always comes in the clutch. That is one of his intangibles. At the end of the games, he always shows up. And the games, I remember one of the games where,
not to cut you off, bro, I will give you this. Miami has proven in the last 4 years that they could beat the best of the best and the who's who in the Eastern Conference. They have proven that as a team.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm worried about going forward is does Jimmy have enough to basically like even come close to what he did against Milwaukee?
Yeah.
No.
He doesn't at all?
If Jimmy could do that again, he would be one of the greatest performers of all time, like top 3. Like he'd literally be a top 3 playoff performer all time.
I like
if he
that.
consistently did that.
I like that.
I feel like they're gonna need that like going forward because when you lose pieces like Vincent and Strus, even though Strus shot badly, I feel like Strus the year before he at least showed you like that he's capable of some games. Because that year that they Jimmy missed that shot, I thought they should have made the finals that year.
Look, I really was gonna say that was Jimmy's peak, dude. I don't care if we didn't make the finals. Jimmy was going crazy, and the thing is, we took the Celtics to 7 games while Jimmy missed 2.5 games, and like he was our team. Literally, we were winning one of those games by 30 points in halftime.
I ain't gonna lie, Jimmy
got hurt in the second quarter.
Jimmy was carrying.
Jimmy got hurt in the second quarter of that game, right? We were up 30. We were like, okay. We're up 30. We're up 2-1. Jimmy's hurt. We could let him sit down for the third, fourth quarter. Boston came back 30 because Jimmy wasn't playing.
30. Right.
Yeah. He's a top playoff performer for that though.
But chill. But this is why I asked the question. I'm asking, can Jimmy duplicate those type of playoff performances? Because The regular season is kind of like a walk for him, bro. Like,
Yeah, no, it's
You know
it's a
what I'm
walk for the Heat, not for him. The Miami
for
Heat
the
always,
Heat.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's just how the Heat kind of rolls.
because I don't think the Miami care where they finished, bro. They finished first, and they was one shot away from the finals, and then they finished eighth. They barely got in on that Chicago game, and then made the finals.
Yeah.
I think they I think the Heat's problem is really the West. I don't think y'all could beat anybody in the West.
Yeah,
I agree.
That is a big problem.
I
agree.
like, bro. If y'all would have played Golden State, bro, was y'all winning that?
I can see
Golden
them
State,
actually. One of the
yeah.
NBA team, I can see them winning Golden State.
I was gonna say Golden State. We can win that. We can win that.
Curry is one of those players that does
that.
like throw stuff out of a game sometimes. So
Y'all wasn't beating the Lakers.
you weren't beating the Lakers. Hell no.
I don't even know if
You
y'all
could
would
beat the
beat the
Grizzlies.
Suns.
Could have beat the Grizzlies.
Y'all
Coulda beat the
wouldn't.
Suns.
You think
Bro,
they
I
would have
count,
beat the Suns?
but here's the
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
Jimmy was
about it.
underperforming
Suns-
already, bro. If
Suns-
Jimmy was cooking,
Here's the thing about y'all struggles, bro. Like against the Western Conference teams, I watched y'all against the West that year when y'all finished number one, bro. Like all of them teams that was top in the West, they dogged y'all. Phoenix walked y'all down, bro. Like they walked y'all the hell down.
If
Because
you
they're not
want
a
to
champ-
explain,
y'all are not a championship team. You have a
if you want to
championship player.
explain Eastern Conference basketball of this era, just look at the Miami Heat. Like we are.
Oh yeah, for
the
sure,
grit,
for sure.
grind, the toughness. I don't hate
This-
that.
This is y'all last year.
No,
This
no,
is
this
your
is
last
our
year.
last
Yes.
year with
No,
Tyler
this,
Hero.
this is y'all last year to even try to win a chip this year. This
Jimmy
is
is
the last year.
34, bro. Turning 35.
LeBron is 39.
You think Jimmy has the same longevity as the GOAT or
Because
arguable
he-
GOAT?
The thing is, though,
LeBron's
that's the thing,
longevity
they
is
preserve their
overrated,
body
bro.
in the regular season. LeBron will preserve his
I don't
body
see how
in
you
the
can see
regular
someone
season.
averaging 30.
Jimmy preserves his
39
body.
years old and say he's overrated. It's kind of crazy.
Jimmy preserves his body. I think he could last longer than.
If
Look,
LeBron's
look.
longevity is overrated, then everybody's longevity is overrated. Longevity
not.
itself is overrated.
No, I wouldn't say that exactly because the thing is, LeBron been taking a lot of naps on defense for many years for this longevity to be where it is, bro. Like,
But that's
like,
why the
Now
longevity
name
is
now
because of
name
that.
a player. Now name a player who was in year 1920 that was still a top tier defender, averaging